Welcome to the On the Air podcast, a companion to On the Air magazine, a bi-monthly magazine from ARRL for beginner to intermediate ham radio licensees. On the Air magazine is dedicated to providing you with practical information to help you engage more fully with everything that the ham radio hobby and service has to offer. The On the Air podcast is sponsored by ICOM for the love of ham radio. Welcome to the July 2024 episode of the On the Air podcast. In the July-August 2024 issue of On the Air, ARRL Director of Emergency Management Josh Johnston, KE5MHV, contributed an article about the ARRL Emergency Communication Courses updates. Those are 3 leveled online courses that increase a ham's level of training. So Josh is here with us today to tell us more about these courses. Welcome, Josh.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Thanks for being here. So I understand that these courses replace the old EC001 and EC016 courses. Those had been around for quite a while, right. And now this is an updating. So what exactly is new and updated in these courses?
Well, we took the courses actually back to what was there before. We used to have a level 1, level 2, level 3 MCOM courses back many years ago, and they had gone to the EC001 and 016. We actually took it back now, and instead of giving them level 1, level 2, level 3, it's basic, intermediate, and advanced. We just felt like that was more descriptive about what was in the courses. And it's more or less just an update and refresh. There's nothing major new. We feel like it's laid out a little better to fit the levels as you decide to move up or do more things or become more advanced in areas or in MCOM.
So there are 3 levels. So instead of 1, 2, and 3, now they're basic, intermediate, right, and advanced. So what's involved in each one?
Each one involves different levels of training. The basic is going to be just that. It's for the person who wants to just get involved, wants to, maybe be able to pass weather information, or very, very basic. It's your I want to be involved, but I'm not going to be like, responding to assist at a shelter or anything like that. I'm going to be a support person more or less. And that's what the basic is, and it gives you a basic knowledge of what MCOM is, what is needed by the served agencies. There are some FEMA courses that are required now in basic, and that were optional before. They're spelled out by the government that anyone that is assisting a governmental agency needs to have those basic courses, and that's the reason we've included those basic ICS FEMA courses. Okay. It's primarily teaching on the incident command system.
So the FEMA courses are required for our courses now?
Not for our courses, but for our certification.
Oh, okay.
So to go on into, if you want to get heavily, if you want to get involved, you do have to take some of the FEMA courses. Okay. All of the courses are free.
Yeah.
Our courses as well as the FEMA courses. There's no cost. So.
Okay. So basic, who would that be for? Would that be for somebody who wants to serve on nets?
Serving on nets, that kind of thing, yes, would be more the basic. Okay. Once you get into intermediate, you get into the intermediate course, then you're looking at someone that may provide assistance at a shelter, provide assistance possibly even with an emergency operations center, provide however they work in their community. Really, the intermediate course is not going to be too advanced or to a point that it's going to be a super difficult task to achieve. The intermediate course is still pretty much achievable by most anyone, and then the advanced course, it's going to be one for someone that wants to become a part of a deployable OXCOM team through their county or their state, or someone that wants to get much more advanced or be in leadership in areas as well, is the level 3. So that's the when I say level 3, I should have said advanced. We talked about we do have a task book that goes along with each level of the course, and the task book is being soon to be released, is aligned with these basic, intermediate, and advanced. So
the task book has been updated
the
as well.
task book has been updated as well.
Great.
So, once you take the course, then the goal of the task book and the purpose of the task book is to match skills with the course training that you've received in that material for the 3 levels.
They learn the information in the course, and then as they work through the task book, they apply
they apply the knowledge that they've learned from that course. Is exactly right. And actually, in the task book, it's where the FEMA courses are required.
Oh, okay.
So through the task book, it's where you're required to do.
And as you move through the courses, I understand there's a test at the end of each course.
There is a final exam at the end of each level. So basic, intermediate, or advanced. The basic, there are 35 question tests. One change that we made previously, the old courses, you just had a test. And it was the same test, and if you took the test and didn't pass the test, you could take the test again, and it was the same test.
And now?
And now it's auto-generated. We have like 80 questions that is auto-generated, and the test will never be identically the same.
Okay, so it's a little more like the licensing exam.
Exactly. It just ensures that you've got a knowledge of the material and not just memorizing answers. Was our purpose in that, because we feel like that this is important enough training that you need to be able to understand the material.
And once they pass the test, I understand they can download a certificate.
Yes.
Is that for their own recognition, or do they need to be able to show those certificates?
They should be able to show the certificates and show even their task book once it's completed and signed off on, because the purpose of the task book is you have someone that's proficient in an area already that signs off that says, yes, I've seen this person do these things. I know they've done them. So, it's keep a binder with all of those in it, or something like that. But, also if you're involved with a group, you complete the course, take that to your local EC. Make sure that they're aware that you've completed all of those.
So can you be involved with the Amateur Radio Emergency Service ARRIs if you don't take these courses?
You can. It's going to very much limit you, and especially depending on the local jurisdiction, depending on who their served agency is, they may not. The served agency may not allow you to unless you've had the training. It's going to vary county by county around the country, but it's possible to participate, but it's really not recommended.
Yeah.
And obviously, you've got grace periods in work while you're, starting and getting involved. We don't expect someone to first day they walk in to have the courses all completed and be everything done. We know that's not going to be the case. So, but that's the goal in that, is to encourage people to get the training, to understand what they're working on, and especially not only our courses but the ICS courses. That puts everyone on an even playing field where they understand why, say an EMA director, emergency management director is from a government entity, is asking you to do something. If you haven't had some of this training or some of the FEMA training, you're going, why is this person needing us to do this?
Yeah.
That helps you to understand why you're being asked to do a particular thing.
Yeah, if you've done the FEMA ICS courses and you're operating within the ICS, having taken those courses, it's going to help you understand what that system is and where you fit into it.
Exactly.
Yeah. So all these courses are free. There's no charge.
They are.
And I also understand that you can proceed through them at your own pace. They're all online.
Right.
So
they're all online. You can work at your own pace.
Yep.
You can work through as you have time. You can do as much or as little as you can. We don't even require ARRL membership for the basic and intermediate course, for sure.
Oh, great.
And the advanced course is not out yet. We've been a little delayed on it with everything else, other issues going on, but but we still hope to have that out by the end of the year. So,
Okay.
but the basic and intermediate are available and they're ready to go.
So basic and intermediate are available, ready to go, and you don't have to even be an ARRL member
No.
to take those. That's great. So
I would
advanced.
encourage you to be.
Of course, we want everyone to be an ARRL member.
Absolutely.
So advanced will be out later this year, and you do have to be a member to take advanced? Or we don't know yet?
We're not 100% sure.
We don't
on
know
that
yet. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we'll
there's
have
some
more news
discussion
on
on
that.
that.
Okay. So basic and intermediate are available right now. These are online courses, and you can find them at learn.arrl.org. O-R-G. So head on over there and start your training so that you can be even more valuable as a volunteer.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Great. Well, thanks for
Thanks a
being
lot.
here
Thanks for having
today
me.
with us, Josh.
Thanks.
Thanks a lot. The On the Air podcast will be back in August 73.